Most beginners are told that the market moves in series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows in an uptrend, and lower low, lower high, lower low, lower highs in a downtrend. But reality is, when they open up their chart or log into their chart, it's not what actually they're expecting. So they become confused on which is the valid higher low, which is the valid higher highs, which one is the lower low. So guys and girls, in today's lesson, I'm going to dive into how to correctly map out your structure in order for you to take or make an informed trading decision. If you are coming in for the first time, consider subscribing, turn on the notification in order not to miss the next content that will be coming on. And without much ado, let's get right into it. Before we head on to the chart, let's dive a bit into the theories of the nature of market movement. Note, the market moves in three phases. We have the impulsive phase, the corrective phase, and the last one, the impulsive phase. These phases of market movement repeat across all time frames on any chart, be it crypto, commodities, forex, and synthetic indices, as long as it has to do with chart. There must be an impulsive phase, a corrective phase, and the next impulsive phase. Right? Now, one important thing you have to have at the back of your mind is no chart or no price or no market moves continuously on an impulsive leg, and no market moves continuously on a corrective leg. That means for every impulsive leg, there must be a correction, and for every correction, there must be what? An impulsive leg. And this is what creates what? The trend. So an impulsive leg is a phase in the market whereby the market aggressively moves in a particular direction. While a corrective phase in a market is a phase whereby the market correctively, or let me not use the word, slowly move in a particular direction. Slowly. But this impulsive leg is always longer than this what? Corrective leg. How then do we map out this chart? Because it's not going to look this way when you hook up what? To the charts, or when you pump up that candlesticks open on your chart. It's not going to look like that. For this to be called a valid low, it must lead to what we call a break of structure. And what we call a break of structure is this particular leg going to break above this next higher high here. So the question is, what if this leg stops exactly here? That means this low is not yet considered a valid low. It's only considered a valid low when this high is being broken. And if this high is being broken, we now move this one as a valid low, and we take out, and we expect, and this one, once it starts correcting, a valid high. Our expectation and order flow is for this particular price to pull back to any of this level and continue in the overall direction to create what? The next impulsive leg or the next higher high. And this cycles continues across all time frames. So let's hook up to the chart and let's map out, because it's not going to look like this when you pump up your chart open. It's not going to be textbook in this format. So let's hook up to the chart and let's have some examples. This the daily time frame of VIX 25. And we want to map out this chart to see how it normally unfolds itself. You can see that the market from this particular point, after this dodgy candle here, led to what? Create this low here, and create this higher low, and create this lower low. Take note of this. The high and the low of these within this leg is a range, and you can map this range some sort like this. Our expectational order flow from this particular chart is for this leg to pull back into any of this leg, whether this any of the zone, which some call it the ICT or the SMC lovers call it the point of interest, some call it demand zone, supply zone, but that is not the bone of today's lesson. That's not the bone of contention for today's lesson. So once we have this range, our expectational order flow is for us is the market to pull back to any of this level to create the next what? Impulsive leg. And until this happen, our mind is fixed to this particular what? Price action to deliver. That is our expectation on the market. Now, once a market creates a low like this, what it tells you is there is a break of structure here, and this becomes a valid higher low. This valid higher low, it should not be broken. Once it gets broken, what the price tells us is the trend has actually changed. And you can see from this particular example, this particular high actually gets broken exactly here. So the moment we have this particular high get broken, this is what we refer to as change of what? Character or change of trend. So once this trend change, our expectation and order flow change from this market to pull back and create this low from this particular price action to this particular leg. Since it breaks another structure, this becomes a valid low, this particular point here, and our expectation is for this particular price action to pull back to any of this price, either here, or whichever level, demand zone, supply zone, imbalance, or whatever, and give us the next impulsive leg. So this becomes a valid low, and this becomes a valid high or higher high. So we have a box here. So from this particular leg to this particular leg, anything that happened until this market break out of this zone, the trend is still what? Intact. And you can see the market pull back down to this particular level and create the next impulsive leg. When this particular price action break above this level, then this particular point here becomes our valid higher low, and this becomes our valid higher high. So our trading ranges, without seeing this small movement, is from this level to what? This particular zone here. So we can do well by moving this line to this level here, and this line, let me use this crossbar, to this level here. So until this two get broken, while the price was here, our expectation is for this particular price action to pull back to either any of the level here and create the next impulsive leg. And please note, it's not how long, but how valid. And you can see that the moment the price action break above this level, it retraces back and it creates the next what? Impulsive leg. This level here becomes our valid low, and this becomes our valid high. Please let me get rid of this. The chart is becoming messy. Push. So this becomes our trading ranges the moment we have this. And our expectation order flow is for this particular price action to pull back into this zone and continue the next impulsive leg. Unfortunately enough, it pulled back to this particular level and create what? The next impulsive leg. What you see here is our trading range changes from here to this particular point and this particular point here. And our expectation on this particular price action is for this market to pull back to any of this level and create the next impulsive leg. That we have here. And the moment the price break above this particular price action, we will move our low from here to this place. And the next expectation is for what? This particular price action to pull back into any of this level. Because once the price is here, we don't know whether the price is actually stopping here before the next impulsive leg or coming into this particular range before the next impulsive leg. But what we know is for every impulsive leg, there must be a correction. And Fortunate, the market stop here and create the next impulsive leg. Then we have a break of structure here, and this becomes a valid higher low. Look at what happened here. Was this as the market creates this lower, higher low and higher high? This level here should not be broken. If it gets broken, the trend has changed, or that's what we refer to as change of character. And you can see that the moment this particular price action break out this trend and it stops here, our mindset from this particular level shift from what? Looking for buys into looking for sell. Why? Because this becomes our trading range, our trading range that some people call it, or the next higher high that led to what? This lower low here. And our expectation of order flow shift from what? Looking for buy down to looking for sell. And what we expect is for the market to correct back before the next impulsive leg. And you can see that the market actually correct back into this, creates what? The next impulsive leg here. And this cycle continue, break, correct, break, and correcting, and we're expecting the what? The next lower low here. You can see that this particular price action never breaks the previous valid higher low. It never, and it continues to break the previous valid lower low. So for every corrective phase, there must be an impulsive phase, and for every impulsive phase, there must be a corrective phase. Someone might ask, why am I not calling this particular point here a valid higher low and this a lower low? Look at it. This is an inside bar candles. You can see that the whole of this candle engulf what? This particular candle here. So this is more or less like a single candle movement. What you are seeing here from this particular point to this particular point is a single candle movement. So this is one leg down. This is the next corrective leg, and we're expecting the next impulsive leg to take out what? This particular low here. So once you have this direction, you already know the line, or the line in which you are trading, or whether you already know whether you're looking for a buy or a sell. So for you to know how to get into the market to take an entry, when you have identified your valid high low and the valid higher high, I will link a video that tells you exactly on what to look for to enter into the market. If you are that type of person that whenever you open up your chart, you are always confused which is the valid higher lows, which is the valid higher highs, please rewatch this particular video, then go back to your charts, start mapping it out one by one, and you'll see that your trading will improve tremendously. Because once you can get the direction of the market right, the rest is history. So if you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification in order not to miss the next content that will be coming. And until next time, keep practicing. Peace out.